Jordan, welcome to the Razor's Edge.
Thank you. Nice to be at the Razor's Edge.
So to kick things off, congratulations on your Grammy win from a couple of weeks ago. And you've been nominated previously, but what's it like to now be able to say you're a Grammy winner?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was just 1 week ago, actually, which is still sinking in, I think. It's funny because it's the one award in the music business that seems to really have a, true, deep meaning. It actually has legs. So it's amazing. It just feels really great. Dream Theater is a band that's been around for so many years, and to get that kind of recognition, validation, if you will, from the music community and from the world is just, it's wonderful.
Yeah. So when you set out to write a record, do you have things like Grammys in mind, thinking we've got to do this in a way that we'll get nominated and things like that?
We're just trying to make our best record. We don't bend to anybody else's wishes as far as the kind of music we make or what we want to do. We make the music that we make, and we've always done that. Yeah.
So with the awards, would you say that makes you the world's leading progressive band now?
I guess in some people's eyes, for sure. Because I don't know, has there ever been Pink Floyd or maybe Rush, or I'm not sure if they got one, but probably. But I think at this point in time, it's very unusual for a progressive metal act to get a Grammy. So, I mean, when you look even at the category that we were in, I mean, there was some amazing, metal bands in there, and Dream Theater, even though they're great, Dream Theater is kind of like different. Yeah. Because we're metal, we're also kind of proggy and have other elements in our music. So this is interesting to see that. Yeah.
So away from the Grammys, A View from the Top of the World garnered huge amounts of critical acclaim last year. How rewarding is it to see fans and press alike praising your work?
Well, I mean, I'm just grateful for that. I mean, we put all our energy and our love into what we do, and we take it very, very seriously, and we enjoy it, and we have fun, and all of the above kind of thing. And when people can really respond to it, and you get great reaction from the fans and from the press, it's very, it's wonderful. It just raises the energy level of the whole thing up, up more. I mean, we do this, why do we do this? I mean, we make music because it feels good. It's something we want to put out there and create a resonance with other people. Yeah. And when people enjoy it, and when it's kind of raised up like that, it's even more awesome.
So you released the album towards the end of the 2 years of the pandemic. So how much did everything going on in the world affect both the release of the album and yourselves as a band?
Yeah, I think by the time we got into the studio, there was just so many things to work out. It wasn't the easiest thing to coordinate a bunch of guys like that. So, after we did, we were all just really excited to get to the studio and make music together. There was just this energy about, okay, let's go do this, So that was great. And I think that was partly the reason that the album kind of feels like it does, because we were definitely in that frame of mind. We really wanted to get together. We wanted to deliver, and this was it, so.
Yeah. And was the writing of the album any different? Did you have to do it? Do you usually do it together in a room or whatever, and you had to do it apart because of this, or was it business as usual from that respect?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we always get together, and write our albums. That's been the way of Dream Theater ever since I joined the band, and before that too, So yeah, we get in the same room and we start throwing around ideas, and we work together. We bounce things around, and next thing you know, we got an album.
Yeah. So I'm really here today to talk about your upcoming tour, which kicks off in the UK on the 20th. You've got 3 UK dates: Belfast, Newcastle, and London. So looking at that itinerary, you're missing out a number of traditional concert markets in the UK, the likes of Birmingham and Manchester spring to mind. So as a band, did you decide to go to cities, excluding London, obviously, that you normally may not play, or is tour routing out of your hands?
personally out of my hands, I would say. Basically, our agents and managers look at all the logistics. There's so many things to look at.
Yeah.
The offers that are coming in, what makes sense geographically, time-wise, all those kind of things. It's an enormous puzzle to put together a tour, how long we want to stay on the road, all the ground that we cover. I mean, certainly we could be playing in the UK for many more shows, and maybe we'll even come back and do some of those other places. Yeah. But and hopefully we will. But I would say due to the logistical challenge of putting together a tour, these are the decisions that were made for now.
Fair enough. So it's the first time you've played the UK, at least since the album came out. How much of the show will focus on new material compared to your older works?
Well, I mean, at this point, we've been, touring. We toured North America, and there's really no secret about what we're playing on the set. And, we're basically bringing our show now to Europe. So people know that we've been playing, a handful of stuff off the new album. Obviously, the Grammy track will be and Invisible Monster, another tune off the album. We'll feature the what is it, the 8-string song, Awaken the Master. That's James LaBrie. What else are we playing? And we're playing the title track as well.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
So do you have anything special planned for these shows? Is there anything for the fans to look out for as part of this?
I heard James LaBrie is going to do all these shows naked, but I'm not sure if it's I'm trying to confirm with him what exactly is going on. I can follow up with you if you want later on.
It'd be good to know before a show if he is going to do that.
Yeah, you can give your ticket to somebody else. But anyway, no. The excitement of the show is that we haven't been there in so long, and we're coming with this great show that's going to be, I'm sure, even more dialed in than it was around here, because hey, we now have that behind us, so it's pretty much solid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the big thing about it, really.
So on a personal note, you've got a solo tour coming up in the US in June, I believe. So what does a Jordan Rudess solo live show look like?
Well, I've been doing live shows, on and off for some time now, and these days I've been pretty heavily focused on the piano. And I'm just really finalizing what I want to do on this next run, but I'll play some cool stuff on the piano, probably some Dream Theater stuff that I do on the piano, some Liquid Tension music on the piano, some improvisation. I always play a little bit of my app stuff. I'll do a little geo shred stuff, and there might be some surprises on that tour also as far as what I'm going to do.
Yes. And do you plan to ever bring that tour over to Europe?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, don't have the schedule yet because right now Dream Theater is pretty busy, and I just managed to squeeze in this one slot. But I have toured solo in Europe, and I definitely will again.
Excellent. So I wanted to touch on Mike Portney, if I can, for a minute. It was all over social media a couple of weeks ago when he was in attendance at your show in New York. And obviously, when he left the band, there was some tension between the band and himself on his departure. And I don't know if that's just media speculation blowing it out of proportion or what the reality was. But what's your relationship, Mike, like with Mike these days? And what was it like having him at that show?
Yeah. Well, Mike and I continue to work together. We've done, the Liquid Tension experiment not all that long ago, and we had a great time doing it. It was just, it's almost like we never skipped a beat. Yeah. So he and I are friends, and just kind of kept our relationship going. And as far as having him come out to the show, I'm so glad he did. I mean, what a cool thing to be able to see a Dream Theater show. I mean, something that I never get to do, right? And I saw one before I joined the group, but I've never seen with me in it. That'd be hard to do, except on maybe a video. So I was thinking it was probably pretty cool, for Mike to see like Dream Theater, and it was really nice of him to come out, and I think it was very healed the dynamics with everybody as well, and it was great. Yeah,
brilliant. So obviously this is just a hypothetical, but if Mike Mangini ever left the band for any reason, do you ever see a point in time where Mike Portnoy could return to Dream Theater?
Oh my God. I don't know. Hypothetical, yeah. Right. I don't know what to say to that.
Fair enough. I thought I might be putting you a little on the spot with that, so yeah. It's all good. So obviously we've got a short window to talk today. So what do you think of the music scene as it is at the moment? Is there anything that stands out to you, bands or otherwise, that you look towards?
I always find good music to listen to. You know, it's challenging with all the music that's out there, yeah. But I find, you know, good players and artists that I like and that I kind of can follow a bit. But my listening scope is all over the place. I mean, I listen to a lot of the stuff, you know, the older stuff for sure. Yeah. Just listening to Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs the other day. But I'm a big fan of like groups like Sigur Rós and Sigur Rós, so and you know, electronic music like Aphex Twin or Audica or stuff like that. Or I'm a fan of my friend Stephen Wilson's music. Yeah. Now I know Porcupine Tree just released something, and you know, happy that Haken is continuing to do, you know, good music and cool stuff. And yeah, just lots of things to listen to, and certainly the group that we brought out with us on the US and Canadian run, Arch Echo, doing some great stuff. Young, vital players, you know, playing some interesting music, you know. Yeah. So plenty of stuff to sink your teeth into, if you will.
Absolutely, yes. Jordan, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. And I want to wish you the best with the tour, and we'll see you guys in a week or so when you hit the UK.
Excellent. All right. Thanks for your time as well. All right. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.